Hello, I'm Sierra Griffin, and I just want to talk about why inner city children act the way they do. I've been basically around a lot of inner city children for quite some time, and it's just something that has become a part of me. Okay, a little bit of history about myself. I was I was the only child for 14 years, and I I was used to being by myself or being in his box because I was an introvert basically because I had my own stuff. I was, you could say I was spoiled, but I wasn't a spoiled brat. But as through the years, I had kind of a hard time making friends. And around my sixth, seventh grade years, I really started to try to conform to fit to make friends. And that really didn't go so well because I was trying to be something that I wasn't. With that being said, I didn't like who I was. And I feel like I wasn't enough. So, um, back to inner city children. I have a passion for them because I know how they feel. I don't know how they feel personally within their environment, but I know how they feel internally. I may not have that same situation as them, but I have the same moral of it. And it's just, we have a tendency to put them in a box because of their behavior, how they act out. Most don't act out, but you have yourself like few that does. And you wonder why they act like they don't have any home training. But honestly, I think it's just a cry for help. Being around them, knowing them, getting to know them is just basically their cry for help. That's all they know, actually. That's it's like survival of the fittest. You just have to do whatever you have to do to get by. And unfortunately, some of our inner city children have a latchkey type environment and or household, or some have parents, but they're just not there in their lives. They're not involved in their lives. And I've learned that because I mentored at a local center, and you just learn a lot. You learn a lot about them, but you really learn a lot about yourself. You never know what someone may be going through. They may be smiling, but going through hell. Or they act like how they are being taught or how they're being raised. They have no choice and they don't know any different. But what we try to do as mentors, we try to lead them on the right direction. We don't try to change them like this, like you need to do this, you need to do that. We do it by our actions. Hopefully, it'll rub off on them. We want them to seek success outside of where they live at. We want them to know that they are important. They have talents, they have gifts for the world to know. And it's just, I really, really, really feel like our society can do much more instead of judge. They can actually help. They can set them up to be in a position where they can succeed. But we don't have that sometimes. We easily judge them because of their behavior. Anyone can act out, any child can act out, but you like, oh, that's why they come from this type, such background. When you all you're doing is put them in this box, and you're not really figuring out why do they act that way. You don't take the time out to ask them, hey, what's wrong? Sometimes all they want you to do is ask or just talk to them, you know, just get to know them. I've really found I find them to be strong in a way because no matter what they go through, they find ways to persevere through it. And that's really important through life because some may not make it, but some do. Some be courageous, some be more than what they came from. And it really shows you where people's character stands. Um, all it takes is to say, "Hey, how you doing?" and it can lead on to there. All it takes is a simple, "How do you feel? What's bothering you?" I mean, they won't come out, "Oh, you beating me." Oh, like they won't come out saying their actual problems. Yeah, you have to warm up like any other person, but it's still worth a shot because you could be that change. You could potentially be that person that they look up to. You could potentially be that person they want to follow and eventually lead. And I feel like if we as a society who are of middle, lower, and up, we can really, really set them up for success. And that that's really one thing that I find that is hard for people to understand because of the judgment and the lack of knowledge. They're just children. I mean, they didn't ask for those situations. They don't know how to act any other way than to act out to get attention. It's just their cry for help. You just have to be that person to listen or know when it is a cry for help. And I feel like I have gained, I become more humble because of being around inner city children because they teach you a lot of life lessons in a competitive time. They teach you, you think you're there to teach them, but in fact, they teach you. They try to, they don't try to be anything but themselves. They don't sugarcoat anything at all. If they feel like you're being fake, oh, best believe they're gonna say something. And I feel like that's what's kind of the default in our society. We try to say that everything's all peachy and fine when it's not. We don't know how to express ourselves. And when we say we don't know how to express ourselves, we act out. We may not act out in their way, but we act out in any other way. And I just feel like because they may be disruptive. I mean, it's not all of the inner city children. It's certain who doesn't know how to express their emotions. And as in the classroom, there may be that disruptive person, that disruptive student who who acts out day by day by day, and you just continue to write them up or send them to the principal's office or what have you. But I bet you don't even spend. Some people don't even take the time out to ask why they're acting that way. And I mean, if we can do that, we can eventually help them. We can eventually set them up, like I said, for success. We can help them become better people. All it takes is a "Hey, how you doing?" or if they don't say anything, "Have a nice day." Not a judgmental type person. That's all it takes. It takes someone who's willing to listen. And I feel like if we can do that, we can help them better and we can conform better to them. So yeah, I'm Sierra Griffin. Thank you for your time.